Welcome to this week's video update. Hey everybody, here are your announcements for this week. Our denomination, the Free Methodist Church in Canada, is hosting 40 days of prayer, and we are doing our part by praying as a community for 24 hours on Monday, May the 4th, from midnight to midnight. We need your help to pray through this day. This is how you can participate. Visit our website and look for the button on the front page entitled Day of Prayer. You'll find a sign-up sheet as well as some resources on how to pray if you need them. Time slots are for 30 minutes, and you're welcome to sign up for one slot or more than one. You may want to pray as your home church or your family or as with a friend. So you can also pray on your own if you wanted. So even if you don't sign up for a slot, we welcome you to pray along with us. And we'll also be hosting a corporate prayer time at noon that day on Facebook. Visit Lakeview's Facebook page to join in. Speaking of prayer, did you know that every Wednesday at noon, Allison hosts an online prayer meeting on Facebook. You can tune in, watch, and participate. We do it over the lunch hour, thinking that some of you might have some time, but if you're not available, it stays recorded on our Facebook page, and you can join in and pray at whatever time of day works out for you. So if you haven't already, check it out and pray along with us. I've invited a friend of ours, Lynn Kudowitz, to come give us the next announcement. You know Lynn. He's been the face for Hands at Work and for our Sons and Daughters initiative, and he has an update on both fronts. Take it away, Lynn.
Hi, Lakeview. I hope as you watch this message, you're all well and your families are safe and getting through this challenging time that we're living in. Though this time is challenging for all of us, it's becoming especially difficult for the vulnerable in our city and in our world. Lakeview's connected to the vulnerable in a couple of ways. Through the partnership with Hands at Work in Zambia, serving vulnerable children there, and with the Sons and Daughters initiative here in Saskatoon with families in the local child welfare system. In Zambia, you've probably heard that the coronavirus has reached communities there and very severe isolation and lockdown measures have been implemented in a lot of African countries. And this has been devastating for many of the kids that we serve because these are kids who either live on their own or with grandparents, and they have zero financial savings or even food margin to sustain like even a short period of isolation. They normally survive by working each day in order to eat that day. And so when they can't go out to work, the impact hits immediately. Thankfully, we, Hands at Work, have been designated an essential service, and so we're able to continue and even step up our feeding and providing healthcare and medication. And the funds that Lakeview raised just a few months ago at Advent, they're a key part of making that happen. And you know, even though the Lakeview team wasn't able to visit Zambia as planned last month, they were still able to fund a special healthcare initiative and intervention that really made a big impact there. You know, our kids there, they know that they have friends in Canada helping to support them. And with this coronavirus, they feel like this is the first time that something affecting their lives is something also hurting and affecting our lives outside of Africa. And this has made a deep impression on them. And last week we had a group of little boys show up to one of our care centers asking to know how exactly is this disease affecting their friends in Canada so that they could help by praying for us as a way to support us in getting through our time of need. How great is that? And then, you know, here in Saskatoon, we've also seen a sharp increase in need among our vulnerable families in the child welfare system. Foster families are seeing stresses and behaviors amongst their kids increase at a time when like nearly all their normal supports have closed down. And many local grandmothers who have to act as parents for their grandchildren, they now find themselves with like more than 4, 6, even 10 grandkids idle in their house. And now grandma has the extra pressure of buying and cooking the meals that the kids used to get at school, as well as, you know, trying to homeschool and teach the kids, not to mention trying to grocery shop with only access to public transit. It's a tough time for some families. But we've also seen like great creative initiatives from our volunteers here, and some of them right from Lakeview, safely getting supports into the homes of these families, and even in providing personal connections in the midst of isolation. One older volunteer from here in Lakeview even learned how to play online games and video chat So he could be, like, even in a small way, a caring presence for a vulnerable boy that's locked down in a group home. And he just has nobody else to reach out to and nobody else pursuing him. These are relationships that you're a part of, Lakeview. And I want to encourage you to remember them in your prayers and reach out if you want to know more information or if you want to get involved. Thanks for your support.
Thanks so much for all of that, Lynn. If you're out there and you're interested to know more, or perhaps how you can get involved, reach out to us at care@lakeviewchurch.com. And last but not least, we remind you to give as you are able. And as always, you can give online at lakeviewchurch.com by texting 84321 or by going onto our website and writing down the long mailing address for this building and mailing us a check. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you next week. Oh, and one more thing. Please, no longboarding or skateboarding, rollerblading or roller skating in the lobby.
Allison's in the shot.
Seriously?